Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a pick a card reading. Today's pick a card reading is all about relationships. So let's start off and just choose a pile, or I'll set down some crystals if you're just not too sure. If a pile isn't calling out to you, I'll put some crystals down. So take a moment, take a couple breaths, and listen to your intuition, if any of them is calling to you. And then I will put down some crystals. Alright, if you would like some crystals to help you choose the pile you are most drawn to, we have pile number 1 with aquamarine moon. We have green strawberry quartz for pile number 2. Pile number 3, we have rainbow moonstone. And pile number 4, we have the rose quartz Merkaba. So take a moment, choose the pile you are most drawn to. If you're new to these videos, I'll give you a quick little rundown on how they work. Just get comfy, relax. So we have 4 different piles. And if you have trouble choosing a pile, take a couple deep breaths, and the first number 1 through 4 that pops into your head, or if it's a certain color that is really popping in your head and you're feeling more drawn to, choose that pile. I also have a crystal shop where you can find these crystals as well as many others. I'll put the link down in the description box. But let's get to your reading. And I will also post a little link straight to your card down in the description box as well as the comments. Let's get to it. Alright, pile 1. If you chose the aquamarine moon, this reading is for you. So we are talking about relationships and what is kind of going on. We have the 10 of Pentacles reversed, the World reversed, and then we have the 10 of Cups. So I see here, this is kind of telling me that you may be in a relationship where you aren't really enjoying each other's company anymore. It kind of just might be at a kind of like a stagnant place right now. No real fulfillment from each other, kind of just a little bit of coldness in a way. But I do think that is going to turn around with the King of Cups. And you may be meeting somebody after this ordeal is going on. But also with the World being reversed, you may be in denial that this is even going on. And if you're not in denial, then you just might be afraid of change, because you are just, sometimes we get in that zone of just kind of being uncomfortable, and we feel like if we were to be happy, that it will just all be taken away from us. And I think sometimes we just got to change our mindset on, we do deserve happiness, and we do deserve people to treat us right and treat us good. And sometimes we just kind of outgrow the people that are around us. And I think that that may be also what is happening. So I do see, things obviously change over time, and the future will and can change. But we also just kind of gotta come to face reality a little bit with what is going on at the moment. So if you're connecting with this pile so far, let's get a couple cards. Let's see. Let me show them to you, actually. So we have physical touch. A tender touch can mean so much. and I love you. These are powerful words. So with everything going on, sometimes a hug is exactly what you need with the physical touch. Like giving and receiving, just like even hand holding can really, I don't know if you know what your 5 love languages are or your significant other's love language is. But that can go both ways, and just really keep your heart open. Yeah, I think maybe with all that coldness that is going on, maybe just, a nice hug is really what you're needing at this time. And even a hug that is, coming to the understanding that this isn't just kind of working out. And not that it might not be like the person is horrible. It could just be like you guys are just going down 2 different paths. And that's totally fine. Sometimes people come in our life for a reason, season, or forever. And it could just be the season and it's time to move on. And then with the I love you, and you could just very well love this person, but it doesn't mean that you guys are made for each other. You guys can just both wish each other the best and know that there's that mutual respect there, and just kind of move forward. And it doesn't have to be bad, but know and tell that other person that you love them. Don't hold these words in. And saying them often doesn't give them any less power. Don't hold all those I love yous in. And do share them. Let's get... I have another oracle deck that I want to use. And get a couple cards here. We have a deep breath. A deep breath. Just kind of taking in everything and just kind of being realistic and just breathe what is coming into your space and into in your world is what keeps popping up in my head. And just take a look around, and especially with that world card reversed, and just kind of take inventory of what is kind of going on in that circle of the world. And then we have a powerful move and a higher view. So with the higher view, I kind of feel like same, higher perspective going on. They're like letting go of judgment, just kind of taking the higher road of the situation that is going on. And maybe you do feel a little bit of resentment that your relationship kind of went cold or just kind of grew apart, and maybe you're just frustrated because that other person is a great person, but maybe work got a little bit too crazy, and maybe you both should have put a little more effort into the relationship. And so just kind of let go of those judgments and just be mindful, let go of the blaming, and just really discover that new path that is coming up ahead. And then with the powerful move, with that new path, change is coming, and that can be scary. But everything on this new path, I feel like it's going to get better. And especially with that King of Cups, lot of charisma, a lot of emotional sensitivity, and maybe that's what you're needing. I feel like it's a lot of compassion, and that can be like a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces with the King of Cups. So there's something else that is unfolding here that in time will start to unfold, and you'll start to see things going on. And with that powerful move, be truthful, be with yourself, be honest with yourself, become more stepping into that power of your authentic self. And maybe that's the change that is a little bit scary, but everything is going to be okay. And yeah, I just think, I don't feel like it's a bad relationship. That's what I just keep getting. It's not bad. It's not bad. Let's do another deck. Get some more cards here. Ever unfolding rose. Cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you. So this new path, it's not happening for you or not to you, it's for you. So I feel like it's a better move. This, next person that is going to show up in your life is going to be like next step, next level of things that you need, and that could be like more emotionally supportive to your needs, more in tune, and you kind of just jive with them on that level. And that's just maybe what you need, and maybe you're just outgrowing this other person, like I said before. And then we have the inner temple. Devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. Yes, so just tune in and become more of that authentic self. And just I'm getting like so many things popping up in my head. So like the challenges that we face in life and those things that we go through, just be sure to keep your heart open. Don't let this close off because you were like, there's nothing wrong, but we're just kind of stuck, just kind of stagnant in our relationship. Like it can get better, and it's something that you're just kind of outgrowing. So just be open with your heart and don't close it off. You may just be kind of going through a difficult time, and just see it as a blessing, the transformation. And one day you're going to look back and look at this situation and just know that it wasn't so bad. Like, you needed to see what was going on and that it is going to get better. And it's just, I see it being more unfolding of the rose. It's just going to become more beautiful in your relationship that you never really thought you could have a connection with, and that it can happen. It can happen for you. It's going to be okay. It's going to get better. And then with this inner temple card, just really tune into your heart. All the answers to all of the questions that you seek, that you are waiting for in the portal of your heart, your soul. I feel like your soul is just really wanting that deeper relationship with yourself. And maybe that's because with the world being reversed, that denial. And maybe that's your soul crying out, being like, listen to me. And you may hear it, but you just may be in denial and be like, no, but he's good. Nothing bad is going on. But I think the more that you sit with you, and the more you show up to listening to your soul and your heart, the more clearly it's going to guide you. So I think that with more meditating, I know a lot of people say meditating, and people are probably like, quit telling me to sit in silence. But it's true. People are saying it for a reason. Same with journaling. I'm a big advocate for both. Or even going for a walk, but not, no headphones, just listening to yourself. Like, I think that is where your heart you can hear it in the quietness of everything else that is going on. And yeah, I think if you don't know already, that is where you're going to hear these messages. Now, these piles aren't for everybody, so if it resonates with you, take it. If it... spilling cards all over the place. If it's resonating, then take it. If not, if you're like, girl, I don't know what the heck you're talking about, then maybe this pile isn't for you. But let's get a couple of these cards to finish off with. I slow down and listen to the guidance that is available. That's available to me. Your heart. Listen, that inner temple that is guiding you. Taking that quiet time that is just wanting to speak with you. It's all connecting. It's all coming together. When I'm connected to spirit, I feel a sense of certainty, magnitude, and ease that I've never known before. These are great. These are great cards. I think all these cards are just all connecting and showing the big picture. I'm eager to see what is around the bend for you, what you don't know what is ahead on this new path, how things can just change, and it's all free will. It is all choices. This is just, the current energy of this time. So if you stuck it out through this first pile, I appreciate it, and I'll have more videos to come, and I'm very excited for you to join me. And thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day. Bye! Welcome, pile 2. If you chose the pile 2 or the green strawberry quartz mushroom, this pile is for you, and it is all about relationships for this video. What is going on with relationships? So you have the Fool reversed, we have a 7 of Cups, and the Lovers. So with the Fool reversed, this is kind of like a release of the past, a new start. It could be kind of like a spontaneous relationship that could be going on. And then with the 7 of Cups here being here is kind of, not every relationship is perfect. But we just got to be careful with this serpent being in the picture. We just got to be a little careful. And then we have the Lovers, which who doesn't want the Lovers to pop up in their relationship? So we kind of have, hints of a choice being made between the heart and the mind. So you may have some choices upon you. And it's kind of up to you on what you are being called to do. But you are, releasing of the past. And maybe you don't want to be in that circle of, not long-lasting relationships, not good relationships. And you're just looking for something new and different, and not something that you're used to, and that could be happening now for you or coming up, where it's not your normal, typical relationship, and you just maybe kind of confused because you're like, wait a minute. I don't know what to do. This isn't the type of person I usually go for. And maybe that's exactly what you need, because it could turn out really well for you. And you just kind of might surprise yourself and go with it. And you may have, kind of a debacle going on in your head. Kind of like your heart wants one thing, but your mind is like, we don't usually do this. We don't usually go for this type. We're not really sure. But the heart is just kind of like, I'm liking this. Like, this is cool. I'm liking these vibes. I'm feeling it out. This is fun. It's always fun in the beginning. Always fun. Those good vibes of a good relationship. You're really digging it. And with the Seven of Cups, you kind of got to take the good with the bad. That's with every relationship, right? We have the good and the bad, but it's kind of like the 80-20 rule is kind of popping into my head. They may leave their clothes on the floor, or not make them quite in the hamper, but is that really gonna make you not want to be in a relationship with them? The person could be like super nice to when you go on your dates, nice to wait staff, which I think is always like a good sign. And so you just kind of got to take the good with the bad, right? Let's get a couple oracle cards here, see what else we got going on. This is like, I feel like very fun energy, but I feel like I also feel stubborn. And I don't know if that's on your end. I kind of like stubborn energy, kind of like, and I think that might be because of this isn't what you're used to, and so it's kind of throwing you off. I kind of feel like it's you. Oh, okay. So we have focus on love. Look for the good in everyone. Oh, okay. All right. And the union of hearts. A love connection defies explanation. Yeah, this I think is really throwing you for a loop. And I think that is, and maybe it's not what you're looking for. Maybe right now you're like, no, this is not what I'm looking for. This isn't my type. This isn't this is way out of the norm for me. But the focus on love. I love this. Remember the things that, that causes you to love and really like somebody in the beginning, especially in the beginning stages. Like, what was the reasoning why you started to love that person? And look good. And I think by doing that and fostering the good in others, it's going to come back tenfold. Have that positive mindset and allow that in, allow that goodness in, and look for the good in everyone. I love that. Like, don't be on guard. Just kind of let your guards down. And then the union of hearts, because I think this can really turn into something. Coming together with someone and having that shift of awareness from maybe you're just so caught up in work and other goals that you might need to, maybe it's time to have a relationship and let that part of your life kind of unfold and see kind of what happens. Because I think it can turn out to be really good. And I just feel like you're being a little stubborn, but that's okay. Let's get a couple more cards and see what is going on here. All right, so we have Awakening the Genius. This one. Awakening the Lion, or Waking the Lion. I read it as, yeah, both. You got two things to waken up. Wake up. What is going on? So, this is so colorful, so creative. I love this. So, with the genius, the ancient Greeks believed that each person has, it's kind of like a spirit guide, and that's what they call the genius. And I think that is really going to really help with this awakening, that you don't have to do everything yourself, and you can allow people to come in, because this new relationship is really going to help you. And I think that is your spirit guides trying to, like, look, there is good people, like, it is time, like, you've done the work and you deserve to have this. And I think with that full reverse, it's just kind of spontaneous. It's just kind of like not what you were expecting, and so it's just kind of maybe blindsided you. But I think that by like connecting with your soul and with these spirit guides and your genius inside of you, that this is really going to allow you to hone in onto this. And I think it's just kind of taking you by surprise, and I think you'll be surprised by the outcome. And I do love both of these have 9s in them. I like that. So Waking the Lion reminds me of when I was saying awakening, but Waking the Lion, I think, is really having the courage to move forward without, knowing what is going to go down on this path. And maybe you just need to take a chance and not have fear, but have courage moving forward. Nothing is promised. Nothing is going to say, like, this relationship, you guys are going to walk down and be married, but I think this relationship is really going to really bring forth some good in your life. And I think you deserve that. And if you don't try it out, you're never going to truly see the magic of what could happen if you don't take the risk. And you may not want to get hurt. You may have had your heart broken before, but I think that this will be good for you. And you should be proud of who you are and who you're becoming and how far you've come. I think you've had, a lot of stuff happen in your life, and a lot of relationships that really could have, I keep hearing turn your life upside down, but I think it really shook you. And I think you're just a little nervous to get yourself into that, and you've built yourself up and you have so much going for you right now. You're like, but I don't want to do this. I don't want to take on this part, but because everything else is going so great for you. And that totally understandable. But I think this could be a nice path to go down and really see that you deserve goodness in your life, and you've come so far, and you've learned so much, so many lessons about relationships, about life. And I just think that this chapter of that you're going into is focusing on love and awakening and waking the lion within you, and have that courage to move forward and try something new. Because I think you'll truly be surprised about what this next chapter of love could be for you. And it's exciting. Getting to know people in the beginning, relationships can be can be a lot of fun. And I think this next one is going to be good for you. Let's get a couple more cards here. We have a mirror. Who or what is triggering you? And trust your path. Path. There we go. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So if you had a positive relationship that, friends and family were supportive and liked that other person, that is great. But there's something that could be triggering you along the way. And mirrors kind of reveal that part of us that are yet to be accepted or loved. So look at experiences or maybe some people that are triggering you and what they are mirroring back to you. Like, what are they showing you about yourself that you're like, yeah. Like, ask yourself, when have you ever felt this way before? This goes for like the good and the bad. Like the good things. Like that you like about people. Because that's also how you are. If you see somebody that is compassionate and empathetic, usually you're those things too, because you can see those qualities in other people. But also, same with like judgmental. If you're seeing that and you're like, oh my gosh, like every little thing I am, maybe you could be also the same way. Not always, but sometimes that mirror kind of is triggering, just like it says. And so maybe those things are just for you to be aware of and something just kind of think about and work along and just kind of be aware. And we can't change anything if we're not aware of it, right? Like if we don't know that we're being judgmental that to that extent, we can't do anything about it. But I just think be open. Let's be open to this chapter because it could be really good. All right, when I merge my desire with faith, I can take action from a place of peace rather than control. Are you a controlling person? Is that what you are mirroring? Just kind of let go and just kind of have faith. Like this chapter of letting love in is going to happen. True manifestations are powered by service and love. I think this is just, maybe you kind of want it in the back of your head, but you didn't see it coming. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're like, see other couples that are happy and holding hands walking down the street and you're like, I want that. But also like, I'm not ready. Like, I don't want to do that yet. I got so much other stuff going on. But you are. You need to like wake up that courage in you with that lion. You have it. And it can be great. And you have your guides on your side, like supporting you. Like, yes, come on, come connect. We got this for you. We're lining it up. We're doing all the things. You just have to free will. We have choices to make. And this is a great time for you. And I think that that's going to be good. A little stubbornness on your side. Fill in. So if this pile resonated for you, I appreciate you listening till the end, and I hope, the best for you, and I have more videos to come, and I'm very excited, and thank you for watching. I truly appreciate it, and I hope you tune in to future videos. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. pile number 3. If you chose this pile or the Rainbow Moonstone Star, this pile is for you. And wow. I feel, so this pile is all about relationships. This pick a card is all about relationships, and I feel that this relationship has a lot to do with you, with yourself. A lot of curious energy with these pages. And then we have the 9 of Wands. So I feel like prioritizing yourself. Change is coming, and you may just kind of be undecisive about the path to take. But I think that path is not to a relationship. I think that path is meant for yourself. Like, you need time for you. And I feel like you've just maybe have gotten out of a relationship, or the relationship right now is just kind of ending and just kind of like, you know, we got to close that chapter. And I think this is a time to really getting to know yourself. I just keep hearing that. Like when I was shuffling these cards, just kind of getting to know yourself, finding yourself. And I think that getting out, because with these 2 pages are related to an event or a social event. I think that you'll be going out more and doing that by yourself. I mean, and with friends too, but not like on a date. And so I just think this energy of the Page of Wands, very motivated, very energetic, you know, exploring the unknown, which is yourself. Maybe you haven't had time to really dig deep within yourself. And with the Page of Swords, just very intelligent. You're an intelligent person, but I think right now we just kind of need to get to know ourselves a little bit. And I think this is the time. Just kind of, and that can be fun. That can be very exploring. Maybe take yourself to these social events and have a blast and make memories and enjoy this time while you can. Because it's not going to be forever. We'll see. We'll see. Let's get a couple cards. Let's see where we're going. What we're doing. What we got going on. And this is popping into my head. Right now you could be, maybe you've been single for a minute. But I don't feel that way. I feel like kind of get to know yourself. Let's see what we got. Embrace your emotions. Allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. All right. And I have another one. Get to know each other. Learn to meet each other's need. Another's need for love. So maybe, and this could be, you could be right around the corner, getting to know each other. You could be not to that committed level, but just kind of that first level, getting to know each other, going to a couple social events, being curious. These pages, so maybe just some curious energy going on, and embrace your emotions. So if that is happening for you, great. That is good. Let it happen. Have fun. Enjoy. Enjoy. And I think that's good. Let's see. I want a couple more cards. I want to see. There we go. See what else is going on. Because I'm getting some mixed energy here, because I feel like, and maybe that's for some people are needing to get to know themselves, and some are just right in there getting to know someone. Sacred reverence and exposed and revealed. So with exposed and revealed, you know, when you experience shame, you don't feel like you've done something wrong. You feel like you are wrong. I think, like, look at that as an opportunity for growth. So maybe you're used to always being in a relationship, or maybe you just got out of a long relationship and you just kind of feel that shame, but you shouldn't. You shouldn't. And that's, just look at this as an opportunity for growth and to grow into that person and get to know yourself. But don't feel that is a bad thing. Freedom from the past and focus on your self-worth. And heal from those wounds. I think this is a great time for freedom and healing and growing. I think that is this time of growth. And then with the sacred reverence, explore those possibilities, just like those pages of curiosity and, you know, living a life of joy. And reverence, it's an act of a deep witnessing respect and awe. And I think that, you know, the heart, the key in the heart, and maybe that new relationship that is coming, that is going to blossom into something great. The key to the heart, I think everything could just unfold, and maybe there's just some, you know, little tweaks we need to make within ourselves that could make everything come together. And I keep come alive. And maybe you're just kind of in that rut because you just got out of a relationship and you just don't feel like yourself. And maybe that's because you don't know yourself very well, or because you know, when you're in a relationship for so long, you just kind of mold into one and do the things that they like and they do the things that you like. Or maybe you did more of what they like than what you did, and you need to find out what do you like. Maybe you always went to baseball games and you weren't just really a fan, but you were a fan because that's something you always did together and talked about together. Maybe you actually really like to spend your days going to the farmer's market and, you know, doing those types of things. So let's get a couple more cards and see. Let's see what else we got. Ooh. So we have birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. That's interesting. We have the world here with the key. A new world. I like where this is going. That is interesting, and these are both talking about age. The age of light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Like you growing into this authentic self, and you know, this path may not be exactly one that you feel like you're prepared to go on because, you know, maybe you've been in a relationship for just so long, you're just like, I don't even know where to start. I don't know what to do. I'm having a hard time even getting out of bed. Like, I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to talk about this. But maybe you just kind of got to just one step in front of the other and just kind of pick yourself up and dust yourself off and just take it one day at at a time. Maybe you just need to, if you are able, to get out and in an area where you can just walk down to, you know, the corner store, get some fresh air, and just kind of make that like a daily thing. Walk around the block and just kind of get out and do something new. And just be courageous, because you are. You have it in you. And it's time to give yourself permission and space for what is to come, what is being born, what is birthing right now. Was this? Yes. I was like, I thought I saw. See? It's an adult. Kind of in the womb. This is a time where you can just really show up and just kind of be you, because you are a light of fresh air and of so many things ahead of you that are great. And this is just the beginning. Walk into that light. Look at that. Walk into it. You have it. In the age of light, you have come with a clear soul plan. We have all come to this earth with a soul plan, a contract of the lessons that we're going to learn, our wisdom. And I feel you have the wisdom way beyond your years. I feel that you're kind of an older soul, and you know this, but for whatever reason, you're just kind of tucked into that, you know, cocoon in a way. And I feel like it's your time to turn into a butterfly and, you know, really step into your power and become your authentic self, because I kind of think you've repressed that for a long time. And be seen, and you're ready. You got this. Step forward. Be ready to emerge, and this isn't the time to stay hidden. It is the time to rise and be seen and be you. This is all about you and not about anybody else. And I think you got it. You have to just take it one step at a time, and that will be so courageous of you and so well deserved. Like, you have so much going for you, and I just wish that you would see it too. I don't know, and I don't know if you do. I feel like you don't. But you are. You have it. I let the universe catch up with my dreams. You have this. Look at all these dreams. Dreaming. You have this. Dream big and go for it and just step into it. In stillness, I receive. I think this is the time that, and then in that stillness, you don't have to be around other people. You don't have to go to, the farmer's market. It can just be a time to reflect and just kind of journal. Maybe sometimes, those prompting journals, those workbooks of getting to know yourself. I know they sound corny, but they're really cool. Like, it kind of makes you think, like, so many things about your previous partner, but do you know, like, what do you like? What food is your favorite? And I think that those silly little questions, I think, are maybe just like a little fun thing for you to do, and I'm excited for you. You got this. All right. That sounded corny too. You got this. Thank you so much for tuning into this video and listening it all the way through, and I have more videos to come and I am so excited, and thank you for watching and have a great day. Thank you. Bye. Welcome, pile 4 for relationships. This reading is all about relationships. If you chose the Rose Quartz Merkaba, this pile is for you. And you're the only pile that 4 cards popped out when I was shuffling. So we're going to take it. So we have the Ace of Wands, the Death card, 3 of Wands, and the 6 of Pentacles. I feel like a lot is going on, and I just keep hearing so much information. It's hard to kind of sort it out. I think with this Death card, something is transforming. There's change, it's uncomfortable. You know, either stay or leave the relationship. I feel like, you know, there's been apologies that have been made. Olive branches have been extended, and it's just, there's so much you can take, right? Like, either be done with it, but it's kind of like a stay or leave. Like, you're either going to stay with it or put up with it, because there's new ideas, and if you move on, you're just one step closer to going down the path that you deserve. With the 6 of Pentacles, you will receive what you deserve. And I think that at this time, you gotta kind of make a choice. And that you either may have already made it and you're moving forward, or you may be stuck in it and you've heard all the apologies and you've heard, oh, I'm never going to do it again, or I'm going to be nicer, or I'm going to be, you know, more pleasant to be around, or, you know, whatever that is causing a rift in your relationship. You have to decide that. You have to make the choice of what you deserve, because that is going to come back, you know, and you're going to get what you deserve by the choices that you make, right? We're all the captain of our own ship. We choose, and we have free will to make our own choices. And if you choose to put up with it and stay, and maybe they're changing, but I don't I don't know. And I want to get a couple cards on this. Let's get a couple oracle cards and see what we're listen to your heart. You're listening, but you need to hear with a loving heart. Demonstrate love. Find out what is important to you. Love and act on it. Let me see. The only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love. I think you have a lot going on here. And I really think, like, demonstrate love. Like, how do you want to be treated? Is this how you want to be treated? If it's not, then you really need to listen to your heart. Sometimes our mind and our ego can be, don't give up. Stay in this. You already put in work. Like, you've been doing this for so long. You guys have a history together, and maybe it's just time to be done and walk away. And I think by this listening to your heart, sometimes with all the noise of other people, can be hard to listen to your heart, because then you get the muffle of other people and their opinions. And I think with the demonstrative love, pay attention to what others are telling you. And maybe that demonstration of love is how you also need to treat yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, how are you going to be in a relationship and be able to put that type of love and energy forth to another person? And then the only thing that is real is love. Like, you may be conditioned to dwell on a problem and focus on what is true. Work on having healthy, encouraging conversations with yourself. And squash that inner negative dialogue and find balance. We all have that negative dialogue that can just get so out of control that we are just awful to ourselves. Like, it's enough to have other people that are, that can be unruly and say awful things. But we shouldn't put up with it, and we shouldn't put up with it with ourselves. So I think we got to change that inner dialogue to be more positive and more loving. Allow all the love to come in, and that's just going to flow through us, through ourselves, loving ourselves, and then kind of have that ripple effect to the people that are around us. And I think that is going to really shape how things are going to turn out for you. Because there's some uncomfortable change going on. Uncomfortable. Change is not fun. And there's things that you're going to get out of it. Especially if it's a relationship that is not going well. I mean, and things can turn around. This is just... And these piles aren't for everybody. So if this isn't resonating for you, then I have 3 other piles if there was another one calling to you. Shining through and beautiful uncaging. I think this is, maybe you're nervous with the whole change, but it can be beautiful after you get through the icky part, right? Through that change that is not fun, that can really turn out to be a beautiful thing. Assess where that guilt is playing a part in your life and recognize how it's kind of affecting you and others and the relationship that you're in. And release that prison of guilt that you're in. Don't feel guilty. I mean, it's easier said than done. Of course, I can say all of that. But we've all had, those relationships where it's just kind of like, you don't want to give up. You don't want to be a quitter. But you're not quitting. The only person you're quitting on is yourself. Really. Not to sound harsh or anything, but let's be honest. You can make amends and you can extend that olive branch and be good with the other person, and apologies can be said, but then we can move on. And then we can move on to the 6 of Pentacles and just move forward. Because also with that 3 of Wands, that can be another person, wanting to slip into the relationship. You're not about that. Unless you are, but I don't have that feeling. And then with shining through, I think that you really need to be proud of who you are. And I think by moving forward that you're going to really surprise yourself and refuse to make yourself small in order to make others look good. You don't need to do that. If they ruined this relationship, that's on them. You have nothing to feel guilty for, or you don't need to make yourself feel small or take the blame. Be proud of who you are and have that self-expression without any filters and just be the authentic you. You are shining in the world. You are amazing to be around. And it's okay if a relationship ends. You'll be all right. And it's hard. It's not easy. Ending relationships are not fun. But I think that you're going to come out of it as a better person and getting out of that prison of shame, that guilt. And it's going to get better. Let me get a couple more cards here and let's piece together a few things. You are a warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? And maybe you haven't, because maybe the relationship they were controlling and you felt caged up, and now you're like, I got this. I am breaking free. Align your life. What is not aligned? It needs to change. Yes. What needs to change? Unclutter it. Get rid of it. Because you are a warrior. You have so much ahead of you that you kind of need to shake off the extra. Things that are weighing you down. You're here for a reason, and don't let your fears block you from your greatest gift. Think of your fears as opportunities to expand and not hold you hostage. I think there's a lot ahead of you. I just think that this time is just really rough, and you may feel like the waves are just like crashing on you and you just can't get a breath. And the olive branches and the endless apologies are keeping you hopeful, even though in the back of your head you kind of know things are done. But I think things are looking up. And with aligning your life, like, let go of who you once were with that person, or the thing that you once kind of defined yourself as, like that ride or die type of person. I don't know if I can say that. Type of person. But really embrace who you truly are. Be that warrior of the person that doesn't put up with disrespect. And I think things are going to take a shift. And people, include more so yourself, are going to be wowed by it. Like, dang, I did not know I had that in me. I am so proud of myself. Dang. Like, you're going to look back at this one day and be like, I did that. I got through that. And I am so much stronger. And I don't put up with this. I just really think that you need to step into that courage. Because you have it in you. And you are a warrior. And everything is all going to come about and shift, and in a good way. And you're going to be like, wow. Sometimes we gotta declutter the house, our closets, to make room for the stuff that is more fitting, like clothes. Like, we need to get rid of all the stuff that is too big or too small. We need the stuff that is gonna fit us now and make us look good and make us feel good with all that good new energy. And sometimes we just gotta declutter, and you'll feel better. Get that weight off, extra baggage. Drop that off at the recycling is popping into my head. Recycle that. But that's not it. That's not the word, but that is the word that keeps popping up into my head. So let's get a couple more cards for you to end on. I just keep hearing, you are strong. You are strong, and stronger than you think. When I cultivate a spiritual connection, I can trust the universe no matter what. Like, are you cultivating this? Is this what's coming? Like, you kind of have to have a clue, right? When I'm patient, I let the universe do it for me what I cannot do for myself. And maybe this is just like the universe, like you've known that for quite a while that this relationship isn't working. And maybe it's just come time, like the universe is like, here is all the evidence. Here is all that you need to end this. Like, what more do you need? Like, it's all coming together. And maybe you've just been in denial, but maybe you also know that you are a warrior and you're just kind of getting your ducks in a row to move on. And it's going to be hard, but just remember how strong you are and what a warrior you are. And there is a brighter future ahead for you. And the universe has your back for this. And you're amazing. Thank you so much for listening to my video. I have many more videos planned for ahead, so I appreciate you tuning in and watching, and I can't wait for next time. And thank you so, so much. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!